gotta say, it's Icy Boy Gaming here. Finding the Tromics has been a little too hard for me, so I've chosen to go on a different route. A more calm route, but still a bit more difficult. Once I turn around, I will give you a clue for what this is. This is fish. Fish is a fishing game. And it's also spelled the German way, for some reason. And, to be honest, I like this more than Find the Tromics, so I'm gonna do it. This isn't an announcement video, but this is a video. Wait, no. Yeah, that's obvious, isn't it? This is also gonna be another type of video, which I will get onto later. But feel free to skip if you want to. Now, this is fish. There is a lot of stuff that you can do in this game, including buy stuff for Robux, which I would not recommend, but I suggest go in the free-to-play route. But anyways, the second part of the video is actually going to be a rod progression guide. So, the first rod you're obviously going to get, if you actually played fish before, is flimsy rod, which is right here. Now, the stats are very bad, so I suggest you get... Wait. Oh yeah, I do have a skin for this. But I suggest you fish as quick as possible to get the carbon rod, which has some pretty decent stats. Carbon rod has minus 10% low speed, luck 20, 0.5 control, 10% resilience, and 600 max kg. Now the next thing you want to do is fish as quick as possible again to get your first boat, which I would suggest the rowboat as your first boat, since it's the cheapest but not the best. It's basically the worst one. But please do not buy the paddleboard. The next thing you want to do is, after you get off, once you get your first boat, I suggest you go to Roselet Bay. Why Roselet Bay specifically? Because you can get the steady rod here. The steady rod is very recommended early game, and its stats aren't too bad. Now, steady rod has minus 60% lure speed, which is quite appalling. Luck 35, control 0.05, and resilience 30%, and max kg I think is 100,000, maybe a million. But before you actually get the steady rod, I suggest you go and fish where my mouse is, which is where the nurse shark abundance is. And the nurse shark abundance is quite amazing, because these unusuals can give a lot of money. But the next thing you want to do after you get the steady rod is to go to Grand Reef and grind over there, since it is very good for money. After that, we have to go to Forsaken Shores to do the Atlantis puzzle. Now, I've already done it. There are 5 levers, or levers, in each area. One near the merchant, one at the left side of the entrance, no, right side of the entrance. Yeah, right side of the entrance to the waterfall. One up top of mountain, and I think there's 2 more. I think there's one in there. Let me go check. There was just a button in there, but I'm pretty sure there is a lever around here. Right here. I don't know where the 5th one is, but after that, you should be able to go into this skull and grab the TNT. For some reason, there's a bunch of question marks down here, but I don't know why. After that, you would need to go to Grand Reef is the place you want to be now. Now, when you go to Grand Reef, go down here. Go down here. Place the TNT. And then blow it up. Then you should be able to go in this little crack right here. Now go here and up here. Should be able to get into this area where you can get the Heart of Zeus. And when you get the Heart of Zeus, backtrack to go back to Grand Reef. And I'm gonna need a conception conch, so be back. Now, when you resurface, grab out your Heart of Zeus and use it. Then you should be able to get into Atlantis. Now, for this rod, all you need to do is go to the merchant. Right here is the Depth Seeker rod, which looks good and is good. This has 55% lure speed, 70% luck, 0.17 control, 25 resilience, and 40,000 max kg, if I'm right. It's very good. And then for the next one in Atlantis, go and get the Champion's Rod. Now, the Champion's Rod has 10% less lure speed than Depth Seeker, but has 5% less luck, but it has 0.08 more control. Wait a minute. How much resilience? And it has 5% more resilience with about 5 times more max kg. And now for our next rod, we've got to go deep down into the ocean, where we can get the volcanic rod. It is very good since it has a 20% chance for a 5x mutation. Seriously, I see people using Heaven's Rod. This is basically a better and cheaper Heaven's Rod. Except the stats are more trash. 30% lure speed, 90% luck, 0.1% control, 15% resil, and I think 200,000 max kg. Now that we've got this, I want you to start enchanting. Because now you can actually afford enchants. For this rod, I suggest you either get steady, quality, or resilient. Those are the 3 enchants. If you have an exalted relic, I suggest you get Herculean, slashing, or quantum. And to be honest, a lot of exalted enchants aren't really that good, and some normal enchants are better than others, so I picked the best ones. Now that we're actually onto good rods, after this rod, you need to get Rod of the Depths, which I can't really show the rod where you buy it right now because there's no strange whirlpools, at least I think. For this rod, you're going to need steady or resilient. This rod can actually catch 2 fish every 3 fish. Might sound odd and the wording may be bad at the least, but you basically get a second fish on top of your 3rd fish, and it can be any rarity. I'm not sure about secrets, but I'm pretty sure you cannot catch megalodons, krakens, ancient megs, phantom megs, or ancient cracks with the ghost, because that would just be way too overpowered. But I'm pretty sure you can get like normal regular exotics. This also includes the depth sea dragon. Don't know what it's called, but it is a very good rod. And the next rod you would want to get is Destiny Rod. You need 70% research on all fish in the first sea to get. Well, isn't that surprising? I'm not sure about the mutation. Is it boosted by 10% literally to like 11%? Or is it boosted to 1.1%? Like actually by 10%. But anyways, the mutation you would need is Blessed. And also, when you have this rod, I suggest you do all the objectives through all 3 stages of Mariana's Veil, to then get the one and holy Ethereal Prism Rod. I do not have it. Look at the bottom right corner. I am 190k away from getting it. I'll try and grind for it, and then I'll meet you then. I am finally getting it. 95% luck, 195%. Wait, look, 95 lure speed, 195% luck, 0.25 control, and 40% resilience with infinite max kg. 50% of fish become prismized. Yippee! Now I'm broke. So that was your rod guide on fish. That's it. Bye, guys.